Question. Do you do any sort of freelancing work or are you an independent contractor? Let's talk about how folks in your situation budget. Hmm, that could be a little tricky. Let's talk about it. Back in a minute. Good morning. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City. I love, love, love helping people like you keeping some more of your own hard-earned money. How you doing today? Hope that everybody's doing well listening to this audio video as you're getting ready for school or folding your laundry or cooking breakfast or just kicking back with a tall one. Well, if anybody out there listening may be doing some freelance work, or maybe you're an independent contractor, or you might be working hourly and it's unpredictable how many hours you get that particular week or month, anyone that has an irregular work schedule, okay, more than likely is going to have an irregular income. So, what this means is one has to learn how to budget on an irregular income. That's a little different than budgeting on when you absolutely know without fail what comes in every single month. And even in those situations, nothing is fixed in stone because, as I have said repeatedly, one's income might be the exact same thing every single month. They may be on a fixed income, if you will, but their outgo could be completely different every single month, which is why it is so important to know your numbers. There you go. All right, but let's specifically talk today about folks that have 1 month this way, another month that way, here, there, and everywhere. I could tell you this much. It could be a bit much sometimes. Some months are just so, so great coming in, and some months are like, did I really work this month or did I really work this month? Just saying, just saying. But I could tell you a really good and important tip before anything else, before I, jump into this. This is important to know the baseline of the absolutes that have to get paid every single month. To know those numbers, getting familiar with numbers is vital. It's extremely important. And that's why budgeting is important. Okay. It is a roadmap. But for those on an irregular income, do know your exact necessity numbers and make sure you always have that much at least available every single month. Just saying, just saying, just saying. Anyway, and that's important. All right. But so folks with a regular income, this means that one might not know how much they will make each month. Yeah, the great big surprise, right? Ask those in sales, okay? But the bottom line is one needs to create a budget anyway. So it is so important to make sure that all of your bills, okay, are current. You don't want to fall behind, right? Of course not. You want to make sure that all of your bills are current while you are being able to keep sure of that hard earned money too. You want to keep some of that hard earned money. So it's like a delicate balancing act, if you will. So following a spending combination with a savings plan is the key to budgeting. Okay. So it's basically two things are going on. You're following a spending plan in combination with a savings plan. That's the key. So what you bring in might change either weekly or month to month. However, we have some stuff that we have to pay for that is rather fixed. Okay. Like let's think of this. It's not going anywhere. Okay, because you need to pay for your housing, right? Your rent, your mortgage. That's kind of like set in sort of a stone type of an expense. Although we do have flexibility in where we reside and how much rent or mortgage we choose. So that's another show. However, There are some momentary, at this moment in time, factually, in order to keep the four walls, the roof, you want to keep this number for your rent, that number for your mortgage, this number for your bills, car payments, insurance coverage. Don't forget those things. And perhaps maybe there are some loans, personal loans, or some credit card debt. This is real life, just talking real life, okay? So we can't forget the cost of something that I don't know about you, but I like to do this a few times a day. The cost of food, right? Don't forget about the cost of food, and don't forget the cost of traveling. It is so important to include the gas and the public or slash public transportation that you in real life utilize as well, like that lady that we see walking along the subway platform every time I open the Instant Coffee with Jan show. She sure spends a lot. She sure spends a lot of money on mass transit every day. Am I right? Am I right? But the truth is, this is a reality for real folks every single day all across the country. But these things are absolute necessities, and it is so important to know, and to keep a record of this. That helps give you an idea of everything that you must have, that you need to earn each and every month. It is important to have that baseline number. We're going to continue talking about this tomorrow, because it is important to know how to budget on an irregular income. It's not impossible. It's just a little bit more of a delicate balancing act. This is why it's important to know numbers. I don't understand something. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong to feel this way, but in life there are a lot of what I call common sense things. And to me, I may consider it common sense, and to someone else they might think, well, they don't want to have to do this, or it doesn't make sense, or is it possible that sometimes people just can't see the bigger picture? So I'm beginning to think that because we lack visual clarity in certain things, what might seem as practical, common sense knowledge to me might seem like, no, Janet, no, I don't want to sit down and know my numbers, because it doesn't mean anything. Honestly, I believe it makes life easier at the end of the day to take a few minutes and pre-plan to know where the numbers are. Take a minute. Take a minute once a month. What does it take? All right, not necessarily 60 seconds. A few minutes a month. Think of how much time folks say, I don't have the time to do this, that, or anything else, right? And yet, if I ask that person to add up how much time on a random question, how much time do you spend a week watching TV? Guaranteed, guaranteed, I guess most people put in at the very least an hour to 2 hours daily just watching TV. So, but the same folks say they don't have 30 minutes time once a month to go over their numbers. To me, I don't know. It just doesn't add up to me. But then again, that's just my opinion. What could I say? You know what I'm trying to say? So really, we need to make the time for the important stuff. And at the end of the day, it's only going to help us in the long run. But I really would appreciate it if you did the following. And I'm going to go over to the shore for a minute with you. I love that video clip. It is just so relaxing. All right. So thank you for being here. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for a couple more tips and tricks on how to budget on an irregular income. Please share this video to someone that this may be of value to. Have a great day.